Iran has evidence that Washington is providing direct support to Islamic State. That's the claim made by the Deputy Chief of the Staff of the Iranian Army. It comes in the wake of two terror attacks in Tehran last week, both claimed by ISIL, but Iran says they were only possible because of Saudi and U.S. support for the group.
این فیلم را نخستین بار
انتحاری بود حرامزاده
Both Riyadh and Washington have denied any links to the terror attacks, but Iran is not convinced. The country's supreme leader went further, saying the attacks would increase hatred towards Saudi Arabia and the United States. Well, the U.S. president has weighed in on the issue. He released a statement expressing his condolences over the deadly attacks, but in the very same message said that that's what happens with states who sponsor terrorism. It is a criticism he's made before.
For decades, Iran has fueled the fires of sectarian conflict and terror,
threatening the region and causing so much violence.
All nations of conscience must work together to isolate Iran.
There is a growing realization among your Arab neighbors that they have common cause with you in the threat posed by Iran, and it is indeed a threat. There's no question about that.
We discussed the so-called blame game between Iran and America with Middle East expert Catherine Shakdam. She thinks things have gone too far.
This kind of narrative, this kind of rhetoric is actually very detrimental to peace and a warming up of diplomatic ties, because, of course, it's directly positioning the U.S. government against the Iranian people, not just the Iranian government. And I think it's going to be difficult now to have the U.S. and Iran to have a constructive relationship moving forward, because there's a great deal of mistrust. It's going to be very difficult to build bridges. And I think that a lot of efforts would need to be spent towards kind of not rebuilding, but at least going back to where Iran and the U.S. were when they just signed the nuclear deal. So it's going to be very difficult to go back to this time of hope where people were thinking that maybe it would get better now. So it's very difficult at this time.